Welcome to Medical Frontiers. Today we're going to talk about something that affects a lot of people, tight neck and shoulder muscles. And it turns out that there are some hidden causes that might surprise you. And on top of that, shoulder tension can sometimes be a sign of a life-threatening disease, so that the condition shouldn't be ignored.
The way we live today is causing many people to suffer pain and stiffness in the neck and shoulders. We'll take a close look at the hidden causes and treatment options. Japan is a world leader in cutting-edge medical technology and healthcare services. Join us as we explore Medical Frontiers. A questionnaire with more than 200 items is a new approach to treating stiff necks and shoulders and uncovering their root causes, which is now catching on in Japan. And studies have found that people with drooping eyelids tend to have neck and shoulder tension. A new treatment involving eyelid surgery has proven effective for easing symptoms. Karate, a Japanese martial art, can also offer relief. We'll share some karate techniques that can loosen up the back and shoulders. Doctors at Jikei University Hospital have conducted various studies into the treatment of pain.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I'm here with Dr. Kitahara, who's a pain specialist and has been working to unravel the mysteries behind stiff shoulders, stiff neck and tension in the shoulders. You know, so many people suffer from chronic neck and shoulder tension and tightness. You know, why does this condition actually persist, and what are some of the causes behind this tension of, neck and shoulder tension?
Muscles are the major cause of neck and shoulder stiffness, accounting for about 80% of cases. Treatment for stiff shoulders often focuses on this area, but that's not enough. In some cases, shoulder pain can be related to the abdomen or the lower back. For some people, problems with the abdominal muscles can cause shoulder tension.
Erica has had stiff shoulders for many years. She asked for Kitahara to pinpoint the cause.
The left side hurts more, right? Do you know why? You're right-handed, and your work must involve a lot of typing. Many people are weaker on the left side, but we want to feel as if we use both hands evenly. What's happening is you're putting a lot of strain on your left hand. Compare this part of the thumbs, which you use for typing. You feel far more pain on the left side, right?
Next, Kitahara examines Erica's back and the muscles throughout her body.
Your hip joint is stiff.
So my hamstrings.
No, not hamstrings, but this muscle.
It's really painful.
It's stiff here, so it's hard to straighten your legs. You probably did sports or another activity that uses the legs a lot.
So when I was young, I did a lot of sports, and especially running, sprinting, 100 meter, 200 meters. And during the training, we had to carry this really, really heavy ball and run around
The training left this part of your leg stiff, but perhaps you haven't been doing any stretching. That's why it's so stiff.
So in terms of these sorts of patients, unless you're going to address the causes, which is stress, no matter what they did, no matter if they went to acupuncture every week or if they had a massage or a shiatsu every week, it's not going to resolve, is it?
Exactly. People aren't aware of their lifestyle habits, so doctors have to find a way to uncover them. We made this 30-page questionnaire. It requires patients to write various things, intentionally and unintentionally, and some answers catch our attention and provide clues.
The questionnaire Kitahara developed has been adopted by various medical facilities. Hiroyuki Otomo is a physician who studied pain treatment under Kitahara. One of his patients is Waka Tanabe, who's had chronic neck and shoulder stiffness for 3 years. She says at one time it would become so intense in the late afternoon that she couldn't concentrate on work.
My shoulders were tense all the time. It felt like I had a metal board attached to my back. It felt so heavy that even just carrying my bag became stressful. And then, about twice a month, I'd feel really severe, sharp pain.
Otomo had her fill out the questionnaire. There are questions about pain, but also about the respondent's life overall. For example, there are questions about what industry the respondent works in, whether the work is full or part-time, and whether the person has had any trouble at work. There are also detailed questions about income and the respondent's relationship with family. Respondents also provide information about their mental state, for example, whether they feel anxious or tense on a daily basis, and if they find humor in things. After Tanabe filled out the questionnaire, Otomo interviewed her to learn more about her life. She's employed full-time in the finance division of a major company. She works 60 hours a week, mostly at her desk. She doesn't play sports and hadn't been doing any outdoor activities.
I wondered if she wasn't going outside and getting sun. Her skin is very fair. I got the impression that she might not be getting enough vitamin D and that she rarely spent time in the sun.
Vitamin D is produced inside our bodies when the sun's ultraviolet rays interact with our skin. Researchers have found that a deficiency of vitamin D can lead to muscle weakness and cause muscle pain. A blood test revealed that Tanabe's vitamin D level was 16.7 nanograms per milliliter, below the target range of 20 or higher. Something else caught Otomo's attention. Tanabe wore high heels every day. And it wasn't only at the office. This picture shows Tanabe in front of the pyramids in Egypt. She wore high heels while on vacation, too.
I thought the most comfortable thing was to wear heels, 3 to 5 centimeters high, whether I was working or on vacation.
Tanabe had worn high heels day in, day out for more than 20 years. Otomo suspected that put a lot of stress on her back muscles and contributed to the stiffness in her neck and shoulders. He advised her to give up heels and walk outside as much as possible. This would decrease the strain on her back muscles and also increase her exposure to the sun so she could produce more vitamin D.
I was surprised because I didn't feel that walking in high heels was causing any stress. But I realized that even a small thing like giving up high heels can make a huge difference.
She also began doing special exercises to help loosen up her muscles. Under Otomo's guidance, she did light muscle training with special belts that restrict blood flow in the arms and legs. When the belts are removed, blood flow in the limbs dramatically improves. Otomo says this helps strengthen the muscles and restore flexibility.
It feels better.
6 months of treatment led to significant improvements in Tanabe's shoulders and back. She says stiffness no longer disrupts her work.
So it really is you have to be a bit of a detective to get to the root cause and not just treat the superficial pain. Because pain, I would understand, Dr. Kidd, is a symptom of something else going on, isn't often.
Various types of pain, including a stiff neck and shoulders, are caused by intertwining factors. To treat them, we have to untangle them one by one. This may sound harsh, but I believe it's wrong to prescribe just one medicine or exercise and tell patients they'll be cured. That's not how things work. We have to see the people, not the disease. We can't help ease tense shoulders and other types of chronic pain unless we examine patients' lifestyles.
Another major cause of stiff shoulders is disease of the internal organs. Kitahara had a patient in her late 50s who had been suffering from severe shoulder pain for 4 months. He had her fill out the questionnaire and conducted a follow-up interview. One thing came up that bothered him. The woman was taking an over-the-counter drug containing loxaprofen, which is widely used for treating headaches. The medicine has little effect on chronic shoulder stiffness, usually a muscle problem. But the woman insisted the drug helped. She was taking it 5 times a day, more than the recommended dosage. Kitahara suspected her pain was not muscle-related, but due to something else. He had her undergo thorough testing. The results revealed that she had pancreatic cancer. It turned out that her stiff shoulders were a sign of the disease. 17 months later, the woman passed away.
So it really is, it could possibly be related.
Yes, exactly.
To some issue, whether it be ischemic heart disease, heart issues, pancreatic.
It's important to remember that a life-threatening disease can be a hidden cause of tense neck and shoulders. So people must get tested. If you get stiff shoulders for the first time, or the stiffness occurs in a different part than usual, or increases in severity, it's important to get a complete physical. Get a blood test or x-rays. Without such tests, it's impossible to tell what's really going on inside the organs. And they can reveal most of the causes, so it would be unwise to skip them.
Kitahara meets regularly with doctors specializing in different fields to better deal with various causes of neck and shoulder stiffness. The monthly gatherings include a psychiatrist who's also knowledgeable about neurological function, a clinical psychologist, and a physical therapist. The discussion on this day is about a woman with stiff shoulders who shows signs of a mild psychiatric disorder.
There's some distortion in the data because the patient was extremely nervous, so it's hard to read. But I can say that she's within the normal range.
If she's feeling distant from her husband, how about recommending some kind of physical activity they can do together?
A specialist in traditional Japanese medicine is also taking part.
Using a rubbing technique to stimulate the acupuncture points might help. We want to help her breathe deeply.
Kitahara seeks input from other specialists and sometimes asks them to treat patients. For example, he works with practitioners at this acupuncture clinic. One of the patients they've been treating is a woman in her 50s with severe stiff shoulders. It was so bad that she couldn't even bend her neck. She didn't respond to treatment at Kitahara's hospital and was referred here.
Paths on both sides of the backbone seem to be packed with bad ki energy. I've inserted the needles based on that assumption.
After coming once a week for a month, her neck pain and shoulder stiffness eased dramatically.
I thought the pain would never go away. I was considering having surgery, but my symptoms have improved a lot in such a short time. I'm going to keep coming in hopes of getting cured.
Dr. Kid, I think Japan has some exceptional forms of Eastern medicine, particularly with Japanese herbal medicine, kampo, as well as acupuncture. How do you think it can be used effectively?
The biggest drawback of Western medicine is that treatment isn't possible until the cause is identified. Sometimes, using an approach based on traditional Japanese medicine leads to an improvement in symptoms. Also, stress is said to be a major cause of stiff shoulders. There are Western drugs for relieving stress, but some of them can be very addictive. They shouldn't be prescribed often. Then, what are the options? Some herbal kampo medicines have been found to be highly effective in treating stress. Acupuncture can help ease stress too. I believe that by mixing various therapies, we can come up with genuine treatments.
I think we need more doctors like you in the world. It's been fascinating. Thank you so much for your time today. Fascinating. As we've seen, there's many different things that can lead to neck and shoulder tension. And next we're going to look at a very unexpected link, which involves the eyelids.
There's a plastic surgeon in Japan who's known worldwide as a leader in eyelid surgery. Kiyoshi Matsuo has treated over 10,000 patients. He discovered a surprising link between the eyelids and neck and shoulder tension. Some people's eyelids droop due to age or genetic susceptibility. Matsuo found that such people also tend to suffer from stiff shoulders. Inside the eyelid is a tendon that raises it. The eyelid opens when muscles above the eyeball pull the tendon up. But when the tendon becomes detached, the eyelid sags. When this happens, the muscle must work extra hard to open the eyelid, keeping it in a constant state of tension. The tension is conveyed to the brain as a signal, which also travels to the shoulders and neck. This causes them to tense up, resulting in chronic stiffness. Matsuo's findings led him to begin treating stiffness in the neck and shoulders with eyelid surgery. This woman in her 50s has been suffering from widespread pain from the back of her head down to her shoulders for about 5 years.
I started to feel pain in my arms in around September of last year. They've become stiff and won't bend, so much so that I can't even hold a kitchen knife.
Matsuo examines the woman to determine whether she needs surgery. He puts a 1-gram weight on her eyelid to see if she can raise it. She can't, signaling that the tendons in her eyelids have detached. Matsuo recommends surgery only when he sees a clear link between drooping eyelids and stiffness in the neck and shoulders. He developed the procedure himself. He makes an incision in the eyelid and sews the tendon back in place. This reduces stress on the muscles above the eyeball and eases the tension. The stiffness in the neck and shoulders disappears as a result. The woman visited the clinic 2 weeks after her operation. She reported that her neck and shoulders felt a lot better.
Before, it was so terrible that I couldn't move my arms, even a bit. But now, I have no trouble rotating my arms, and the discomfort has decreased too. I'm happy I had surgery, though it was a bit painful.
There's a chance the repaired tendons can detach again after around 20 years, so patients may require another operation. Even so, about 150 people have undergone surgery over the past year. More than 90% have reported that their stiff shoulders have improved.
We can relieve patients' mental and physical stress by curing the stiffness in their neck and shoulders. The stiffness keeps people in a constant state of tension. But when they get rid of it, they can resume their normal lives. They can do all kinds of things that they had given up on.
Pain can result from a complex intermingling of various causes, and in these cases it's important for experts from different fields to work together and to investigate the pain from various angles. What's really needed is further advancements in integrated medicine. Everyone from doctors and scientists, as well as all of us, need to look at the human body and health from a broader perspective.
Karate is a traditional Japanese martial art. Today, we'll share some karate-based exercises that can help ease tension in the neck and shoulders. Our instructor is Yuko Takahashi, who won the World Karate Championship in 2006.
You can understand that people who do karate, apparently they don't get this shoulder tension or this neck tension or this sort of the soreness in the muscles. Is that true?
Karate involves a lot of shoulder rotation, so training hard helps eliminate sore neck and shoulders. First, spread your feet waist-width apart. Gently close your hands, bend the first joint, the second, and the thumbs to make fists. Hold them out chest high, and then pull back while rotating. As you do this, bring your shoulder blades close together as if your elbows will touch. Let's try. 1, 2, be sure to breathe.
7,
Well done.
Posture's not great, but this one really pulls back the shoulders as well.
Right. Next, let's try an elbow technique. In this technique, thrust your elbow from below to hit the opponent's chin like this. Start with the right arm. Remember how you pulled your fist back without rotating. Keep the fist at your side and thrust the elbow forward, then lower it. Put your right foot forward a bit. We'll alternate sides so the shoulder blades move symmetrically. 1, 2, and twist. Try to make as big a circle as possible. Good. Let's do the other side. Draw your arm as close as possible.
9、はい、10。はい、頑張りま
Good
した。
job.
今
The
度は
next
同じ
technique
向きは
also uses the elbow.
これを
Here we
後ろから
thrust the elbow
前に
forward
持っていきます。
while rotating the hand so the top of the hand faces upwards.
はい、ゆっくり
Go slowly. 1,
はい、
2,
2
back, 3, forward. Bring your elbow closer to you. Yes, good.
Okay, so bring it round and round. This one's a lot more difficult.
Yes, it's tough.
7、8、最後気合いです。8です。9、8、はい、10。
This one we're really using our shoulders to open everything up as well.
This last one uses the palm of the hand. In karate, we raise the arm like this and hit the target with the palm.
目標に向かってぶつける。そういう技なん
Serious
です。
power.
技なんですけど、ちょっとそれをポイントは
It's important to bend the wrist as much as you can.
でそのまま
And try to draw a circle with your thumb.
こう円を描くような気持ちで回していきます。それでいきましょう。
Let's give it a try. 1,
パシンそう。はい、2
And 2.
そう意識するのは
pay attention
3
to the shoulder joint.
根元を意識してそう。ギュッと
You have to bend your wrist.
3パシン
Bend your elbow, okay?
4
Go bigger from here.
パシンそうです。はい、5、10気合い。はい、
You did a great job.
いいでしょう。
How was it?
So inspiring, both of you. And I think just doing some of these exercises, you really realize how many of the different little micro muscles or the small muscles that you use to open up the whole back.
Karate is a traditional martial art which has been carefully passed down to us from our ancestors. So it's packed with their wisdom. Karate techniques are based on logic and require balanced movement of the right and left sides of the body. I hope today's exercises make you interested in karate and that you'll use them for good health.
本当に
ありがとうございました。
すごく楽しかった。
またよろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。